Hello dear children. Yeah, welcome to this online English class. Okay, we are just dealing with unit 1. Hope you remember. The last class we dealt with the poem and the supplementary reader. Now let us complete the back activities of the first lesson. Okay, if you are having your text, you may turn at page 5. Now let us learn to pronounce the words and the meaning of the words. Okay, turn your page at 5. If you do not have your text, refer to the screen. Glossary, hope you remember the lesson. The lesson is learning game and learning the game, and it's about Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, you are talking about the passion he had towards the game, and he had a wonderful coach, Achrekar, and how he was able to accomplish his dream. We had seen the lesson. Now let us do with the words. I'll pronounce the words and read the meaning, and you may do with me, and you'll have to practice it at home. Hope you are reciting the poem at home. That's a memory poem, and you'll have to recite it every day, both morning and in the evening. Okay. Glossary. The first word, emulate. Emulate. To match or surpass, typically by imitation. Emulate. To match or surpass, typically by imitation. Hope you get it. Overawed. The second word, overawed. Impressed so much that they are silent or inhibited. Overawed. Impressed so much that they are silent or inhibited. Induction. Induction. The action or process of including someone to an organization. The action or process of including someone to an organization. Rigorous. Rigorous. Extremely thorough and careful. Rigorous. Extremely thorough and careful. Nuances. Now we'll have to see the usage of the words in the text. Okay. It was a rigorous, he had a rigorous practice. Nuances. Small tiny techniques applied. Nuances. His brother taught him all the nuances. Nuances. Subtle changes in or shades of meaning, expression or sound. Subtle changes in or shades of meaning, expression or sound. Pursue. Pursue. Follow or chase. You'll have to chase your dreams. You'll have to dream big, and you'll have to work upon your dreams. You'll have to chase your dream until you succeed. Follow. Stamina. Stamina. The ability to sustain or prolonged physical and mental effort. Stamina. Strength. The ability to sustain or prolonged physical and mental effort. Cocktail. Cocktail. A mixed drink which is a combination of ingredients such as fruit juice, lemonade, flavored syrup or cream. Cocktail. A mixed drink which is a combination of ingredients such as fruit juice, lemonade, flavored syrup or cream. Kit bag. A long cylindrical canvas bag. Kit bag. A long cylindrical canvas bag. Okay, he was just carrying the bag and he found it difficult to carry it in the bus. Okay, and here used to carry cricket accessories. Stride. Stride. A step or stage in progress towards an aim. You'll have to strive hard. You'll have to work hard. Step or stage in progress towards an aim. Embarrassment. Embarrassment. A feeling of self-conscious shame or awkwardness. Embarrassment. A feeling of self-conscious shame or awkwardness. He was embarrassed when his master found that he was playing with his friends there and asked him if he was not ashamed. Melee. Melee. A confused crowd of people. Melee. A confused crowd of people. Transpire. Transpire. come to be known or revealed, come to be known or revealed. Far-sightedness, far-sightedness, showing a prudent awareness of future possibilities, showing a prudent awareness of future possibilities. Okay, bunked, bunked, to make oneself absent from a class or session. He bunked his practice sometimes, playing with the friends there. Bunked, to make oneself absent from a class or session. Crossroads, to be at a point when you have to make a very important decision. To be at a point when you have to make a very important decision. Crossroads. Deteriorated, deteriorated, became worse. Deteriorated, became worse. Influence, influence, the capacity to have an effect on the character development. Influence, the capacity to have an effect on the character development. Peer, a person of same age, status or ability. Peer, person of same age, status or ability. Passion, strong desire. Passion, strong desire. Ultimately, being the best or most extreme example. Ultimately, being the best or most extreme example. Okay. Now, I think you'll have to go through the short answers and you'll have to mark the answers in the text, and that will deal in the next session. Okay. Now let us do with this vocabulary. Now you will have to do with this words here. Match the words in column A with their synonym. Words same, having the similar meaning. Okay. Now ease. What do you mean by ease? Now you'll have to match the words there. Okay. Ease. Effortless. Ease. Effortless. Evolve. Evolve. Progress. Excess. Excess. Surplus. Surplus. Survive. Endure. Survive. Endure. Endure. Immense. Immense. Great. Immense. Great. Okay. You will have to mark the answers, children. Okay. Now coming to this antonyms. Again you are provided with the table. You will have to mark the antonyms in the column A with that of column B. Concentrate. Concentrate. This is your opposite. Distract. Concentrate. Distract. Inevitable. Inevitable. Preventable. Inevitable. Preventable. Occasional. Occasional. Continual. Continual. Occasional. Continual. Complete. Incomplete. Complete. Incomplete. Insane. Wise. Insane. Wise. Okay, children. Now you have the secrets of goal setting here. Okay. You'll have to follow all these. Okay. Success is a train which includes a number of boxes or compartments, and the first thing that you'll have to possess is your self-confidence. So the lesson talks about the faith, the self-confidence that you should possess to achieve your dream, and that is what we are doing. And all of us have some purpose to arrive on this earth. Okay. Now we will have to know that we will have to fix an aim and move towards our aim. That is what is given as goal setting here. Now this is a right time for you to set your career of who you want to be, of what you want to be. Okay. Sachin Tendulkar had a wonderful opportunity because of his brother Ajit and his coach Achrekar, with the help of whom he excelled. Okay. And and he had achieved his goal there. Okay. Yes. Similarly, you ought to have an aim and you will have to move towards your aim. Okay. First of all, you will have to have an aim, then you will have to plan of how you are going to execute your plan there. Okay. so that you will achieve your target. The next part is homonyms. Homonyms. Homo means same. Homo means name. Okay. You remember we have learnt in our lower classes homophones. So that is given there. But let us do what is homonyms first. Homonyms are words with similar sound and spelling. Homonyms are words with similar sound and spelling. You have the same spelling, you have the same sound, but they have different meaning. See, use the words given below in your own sentences so as to get different meanings. One is done for you. Cricket. So, cricket is a popular sport. Of course, the lesson we dealt with was also about cricket. And here, a cricket is active at night. You are talking about an insect. Okay. See, it has the same sound and it has the same spelling, but it means different. Okay, and here you have two-way meaning. One, you talk about the sport, and the other one, an insect. Okay, similarly, I'll work 2 words for you, and the rest will be done by you as homework. For this, you'll have to refer to the dictionary. Okay, now you'll have to take down the sentences as dictated by me. The first one is bank. As I already told you, I'll work upon 2 sentences and the rest will be done by you as homework. Okay, bank. I have an account in the bank. I have an account in the bank. Account. ACCOUNT. Account in the bank. Okay, where you have the transaction of money done. Okay, now let us do with the next sentence. Okay, homonyms are words with similar sound and spelling but with a different meaning. So one bank where you have the transaction of money, and the second sentence, take down the second sentence. Taj Mahal is situated on the bank of river Yamuna. Taj Mahal, T-A-J space M-A-H-A-L. Taj Mahal is situated, S-I-T-U-A-T-E-D, situated on the bank, B-A-N-K, bank of the river Yamuna, Y-A-M-U-N-A, Yamuna. Okay, so we are talking about homonyms. Homonyms are words with similar sound and spelling but with a different meaning. Okay, I think one example is given. One example is already given. I have given you one example. Now you may refer to the dictionary and complete the other words here. Will, bark, watch, bat. Okay, will. Okay, if you want, I'll just read the sentences. You need not copy. You'll have to refer to the dictionary. You can have your own sentence. Rama's father wrote a will before his death, and I have the will to complete. I have the will to complete the task. Next, bark. It refers to the dog's bark, and the other one, it refers to the part of a tree. Bark, the tree bark. Okay, watch. Okay, watch. Your uncle presented you a watch there, and then the police kept a watch. Okay, to have an eye on. Watch. Okay, watching television. Okay, the next one, again it refers to a mammal there, and it also refers to the striking object. Okay, bat. In this way you may refer to the dictionary, and then you have to find out the meaning and you'll have to write the sentences. Okay, now this is your assigned work. Next, homophones. Homophones are words with similar sounds but with a different spelling and meaning. Homophones are words with similar sound but with a different spelling and meaning. See, homonyms, they had the same sound, they had the same spelling but different in meaning. Phones, they have the similar sound but different in spelling and meaning. For example, the first one I'll do to you, I-N-N, in. Okay, we are talking about a lodge or a staying place, hotel, inn. Know, K-N-O-W, N-O, okay, B-E, and the word similar to that with the same sound, B-E-E. You are talking about that insect bee. Okay, 2. You have two forms here, T-O-O or T-W-O. Okay, I think I have given you enough examples. Now you will have to do. Okay, referring to the dictionary, you can do it. Okay, so we are dealing with two forms here, homonyms and homophones. Homonyms are words with similar sound and spelling but with a different meaning. Okay, then you have homophones are words with similar sound but with a different spelling and meaning. Okay children, hope you have understood. Now you will have to refer to the dictionary and you'll have to work the words so that you will understand it better. Okay, next, now let us do with prefix and suffix. Fix means to add or to join or to attach or to glue. Prefixes are added to the beginning of a root word while suffixes are added to the end. Okay, fixing a unit of sound before a word or after a word. Okay, now you are given with an example here. Sub, prefix you'll have to add before the word, then you have the root word, and then you have suffix, the unit of sound added to the end of the root word, before and after. If it is before, you use a prefix, and if it is after, you use suffix. Okay, prefix. Way, subway, subconscious. You may have unable, unable, uneven, unable, uneven. Reassure, reassure, rearrange. Ensure, enrich. Disorder, disappoint. Irregular, irresponsible. See, you will have to work all these sentences because we've been doing all this since our lower classes. Now you have understood. I've given you the explanation of how you will have to do. Follow the dictionary and try to add the words. Okay, and prefix is a group of letters or a unit of sound added before the root word. Okay, and here you are given some examples. You have to find two words here, word 1, word 2, and see the root word and the unit of sound that you'll have to add before and after. Whenever you add a unit of sound before, you call it prefix. Now these are the units that you add before the root word. Okay, now coming to the suffix, and you add this unit to the end of the word. Okay, after the word. Now sudden is a root word, you have added suddenly. Okay, suddenly, suddenly. Okay, ly. Or investigate, investigator. Investigate, investigate. And how you can end the word? By adding. So this is deriving a new word actually by adding a prefix or a suffix. Okay, then you have driver, happiness, electrician, guitarist. Okay, and all these are simple exercises that you can do it on your own. Now I want you to do it because you are in 10th standard. You'll have to have it in that way because all these are the portions that are extended in 10th standard. Okay, listening, I think I will just have it in store and then we will do it. Okay, and here speaking, just a minute. This I think we'll deal it in the next class because you'll have to do it as a group activity. I'll decide and I'll let you know of how we are going to complete the activities here. Now prepare a speech in about 80 to 100 words for the morning assembly, stressing on the importance of games and sports in ensuring a healthy body and mind. Okay, this I think we have already done. Okay, you have had an opportunity to speak before the assembly there, and similarly you can prepare one. Okay, now you'll have to write the importance of games and sports there. A sound mind in a sound body. Okay, then writing, see, your friend who lives in another town, city, has won his or her championship trophy in the recent sports meet. write a letter congratulating him or her. Now this is a letter to your friend. Now first identify if it is a formal letter or informal letter. Okay, if it's an informal, you know the pattern of the letter, you know the format of the letter. Now you have to begin the letter with the salutation. To the right corner you may have your date, okay, and then you begin with the salutation and then proceed. Okay, you will be doing with the greetings, I'm fine, how about you? Then you will have to congratulate her for her success there, and then wind up the letter there. Okay, now collect information from newspapers, magazines, periodicals and books about any two famous sports women. Prepare, see it's about sports women, maybe you can take PV Sindhu, and then you can have any that your favorite, okay, Mithali Raj, whoever it is. Okay, now you'll have to refer to this newspapers, magazine, you can even browse there. Okay, use your net facility, and then you may gather the information, and you'll have to write the details here. And all these are your assignments to be submitted. Okay, you know you have received a circular, you'll have to complete the assignments and you'll have to submit it. Okay, and all these are easy ones that you can do because all these are not new to you, you've been doing it. Okay, now I think next I'll just come to this comprehension passage. Okay, this comprehension passage, you have had a lesson in 6th standard. I don't know if you remember. Now this talks about the tradition, culture and custom of Tamil Nadu. Okay, especially the folk culture and the folklore of Tamil Nadu. Okay, and here I want you to read the passage and to answer the question. You know what is comprehension, children? Comprehension is the power of understanding. Here you'll have to read the passage and you'll have to answer to the questions asked there towards the end. Okay, see, these are the questions there. See, answer the following questions briefly. See, let me just go through the passage at random so that you will understand. Okay, see, Tamil Nadu is deeply rooted in a great tradition of folk arts, crafts. The folk music and dances of Tamil Nadu represent the ethos, aesthetic values and melody of region. Traditionally, folk dances and music performed during festivals and community functions. And then the first of its kind is Karagatam, popular folk dance. Now you may see the picture. Okay, the Karagam pots are decorated with the cone of flower arrangement topped by a paper parrot. The parrot swings as the dancer swings along, and it has two divisions here, Atak Karagam and Shakti Karagam. Okay, acrobatics. It has its continuity here. Then you have Kavadiyatam, okay, especially offered to Lord Muruga. Okay, a Kavadi is made of bamboo strips and a light pole. To lessen the boredom of the long travel, they sing and dance in praise of God. Okay, especially to Lord Muruga. Then you have Poikal Gudire Atam, in which the dancer puts on the dummy figure of a horse on his or her hips, and the dummy is made of lightweight materials, and the cloth at the sides to the dummy swings to and fro, covering the legs of the dancer. And then you have Parai Atam. Okay, Parai, it's a special type of dance in Tamil culture in which the performers beat the Parai and dance to the rhythm. Okay, it's just it's used for multiple reasons, it seems, ranging from warning people about the upcoming war, okay, requesting civilians to leave the battlefield, announcing victory or defeat, stopping a breach of water body, gathering farmers for farming activities, warming weather. Now this Parai is used for multiple reasons here. Okay, and then Bommalatam or puppetry. It's held in rural areas of Tamil Nadu during festivals and fairs. Skilled puppeteers manipulate the puppets with the strings or wires. They stand behind a screen and the puppets are held in front. The puppetry depicts stories mainly from the Puranas, epics and folklore. Okay, and then you have Terukuthu. Is usually conducted during village festivals in the month of Adi and Panguni. Terukuthu is performed on the streets and in open air. In this dance form, makeup and costumes are considered very important. The performance involves storytelling, songs, dance and dialogue. Rendering the performances are based on stories from Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata and the local folklore. Silambatam. Silambatam is a martial art. Even we had it for the sports day. Okay. It has metamorphosed into a non-violent form of folk dance, adding stepping styles into dance to the measure of time. Okay, you remember that Chand Pottu, Sandana Pottu? Okay, this martial art from also teaches a performer the methods of self-defense. Okay, it was banned in Tamil Nadu during the British rule. Britishers viewed this martial arts as a potential threat in the face of revolts. Okay, now I think we have just read the passage now. Now you have a set of questions and you will have to pick up the answers from the passage only. Okay, what do Tamil Nadu folk dances and folk arts represent? See, you have that in the first paragraph. See, the folk represent the ethos, aesthetic values and melody of the region. Okay, likewise every question has the answer and you'll have to search for the answer and you'll have to fix the answer. When are folk dances and folk music usually performed? Okay, read the passage, give a thorough reading, understand the passage and try to answer the questions there. Okay, now you have a game here. It's an anagram. An anagram is a word or a phrase formed by rearranging the letters of different word or phrase, typically using all the original letters exactly once. For example, see, lemon. Lemon, you will have to rearrange the words and you will have to use the letter only once. Okay, lemon, melon. Okay, I'll just work one for you. Elbow, below. Elbow, below. B-E-L-O-W. Okay, similarly you'll have to do it. Okay, I ask you to do it because only by practice you can gain knowledge. Practice makes you perfect, children. Okay, don't think that Mrs. giving you a number of homework. It is only for you to understand. Anyway, one is done in the text and I've given you one example and I've guided you of how to proceed with your comprehension passage. Similarly, I have guided you of how to play this game there. Okay, anagram is a word or a phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase, typically using all the original letters exactly once. You'll have to use only once. Okay, yes. Now let's do with this grammar part now. Okay, and this is not new to you. Okay, we have already done it in our lower classes. Now try to do it. Okay, a preposition, pre, before, position means place. Preposition, a word placed before a noun to show its relation to other words in a sentence. Okay, a preposition is a word that is placed before a noun or a pronoun. I think you can just split the word here. Pre. Pre means before, position means placed. Word placed before a noun. What is a noun? Noun is a name of a person, place, animal or thing. And this noun could be a subject or an object. Now you have the preposition placed before the object. For example, if I say the book is on the table. The book is on the table. So you have two nouns there. Book, table. Suppose if I don't have that on, that's no sense. The book is the table or the table is the book. Now you will have to understand. Now you will have to place a word on before the noun table. Now you easily get it. The book is on the table. Otherwise the book will fall down. Okay, have you got it? This is how you will have to understand prepositions. Okay, our preposition is a word that is placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relationship to other words in a sentence there, and it is identified by three means: preposition of time, preposition of place and preposition of moment. Time, in, on, at, since, for, these are the words referring to time there. Okay, and then prepositions of place, before, after, between and all that. Movement, okay, to, into, towards, through, etc. Okay, since and for. Okay, and here you will have to know these are the words to denote time, but how to use these since and for, and the difference between during and in there. So before that, let's go through the pictures here. Okay, now you can see this figure here: above the line, under, beside, next, outside, inside, on top of, in front of. There's a garden in front of my house. Behind, yeah, the students stood one behind the other. Between, The house is situated between the two big trees. Around. Just go around the ground if you are late. Up, down. Up, down. Through. Okay. Will you get through? Okay, get through. You have it as a phrasal verb also. Just going through the forest, getting into the forest, walking through in the interior. Okay. Now these are some of the common prepositions that we have in common use. Okay. Now a preposition is a word that is placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relationship to other words in a sentence. Yeah. Now these are the words now. Above, under, beside, outside, inside, on top of, in front of, behind, between, around, up, down, through. Okay. Now we have an idea now. Now the prepositions are understood or identified by three means here, based on time, place and movement. Okay. Based on time, place and movement. Let's do with the prepositions of time first. These prepositions are used to indicate when a particular event happened. These include in, on, at, since, for, during, etc. I was studying in the morning. I was studying when a particular event happened. Okay. When a particular event happened, what are the prepositions you'll have to use here? I was studying in the morning. Of course, it's a good habit. Okay. Morning you have this ozone layer that will refresh you with plenty of oxygen. Okay. Very good. I was studying in the morning. She was born on the 5th of July. See, whenever you refer to the date or day, you will use on. Okay. She was born in the year 2010. We can have it in that way. Whenever you refer to the year, you will have to use in. Big you use in. Okay. On. Whenever you refer to the date or the day, you will have to use on. Okay. She was born on the 5th of July. I will reach there at 6 o'clock. Okay. Okay, I think I'll wind up the session with this, children, and let me continue in the next session. But before that, stick to your assignments. You'll have to complete the assignments and you'll have to do. Okay, preposition of place, in, on, between, behind, under, over, near. Okay, I think I've given you homework. Since you have already learnt in your lower classes, just try with the sentences there. If not, let us do it in the next week. Okay? Okay. Bear in your mind of what you'll have to do. Recite your poems every day. Okay? And then try to do with the glossary that we have done today. Homophones, homonyms, prefixes, suffixes, and we have done with the comprehension passage. So I've given you an introduction for this grammar part preposition, and we have just dealt with prepositions of time. Okay? I think I'll wind up and meet you in the next session. Thank you, children. Take care. God bless you.